Oh, dog. You got a tummy ache, huh? Yeah, me too. We both have we both have tummy aches. You know what's good for tummy aches? Ginger ale. Yeah, ginger ale makes your tummy feel better. What? Yeah, it's tasty too. I love ginger ale. And you know what? We can make it ourselves. How about that? Yeah, so while we're getting our tummy to feel better, we're gonna have a little thing to do. How about that? So if you have an upset tummy, maybe you'd like to make yourself some homemade ginger ale. It's easy, it's really delicious, and of course it's just 3 ingredients. Our first ingredient is ginger. Yep, now you can't have too much. Dogs can't have a whole big piece of ginger. So you're only going to be able to have a sip of ginger ale. But for humans, ginger is wonderful. This one takes a lot of ginger. You're going to need 1.5 cups of ginger, which is a really large amount. That would be about 3 times the amount of this little, these are called a hand of ginger. Yeah, like a paw. Yeah, yep, like almost like a paw of ginger. So 1.5 cups of peeled and chopped ginger. Well, what's that? What's that, dog? Sugar. Yep. So to sweeten this up, we are going to be using 3/4 of a cup of white granulated sugar. Yep. You could also use what other sweeteners you'd like to. Just make sure that you keep it in the proportion that works for about 3/4 of a cup of white sugar. So if you're going to use honey or if you're going to use artificial sweeteners, make sure that you just adjust accordingly. And our final ingredient is water. That's right. Yes, exactly. So we are going to use, I'll give you some after this, okay? Okay. We are going to use 2 cups of water for the ginger syrup, and then we are going to carbonate another cup and a half for each glass of ginger ale. Now, if you don't have a carbonation machine, we have a soda stream. You can just use seltzer. You can use regular water for the syrup and seltzer for the drink. It's both just water. One's just carbonated and one's not. So it's just 3 ingredients. No cheating. Nope. Let's see how to make this. Alright, so I have 1.5 cups of chopped peeled ginger in my saucepan, and to that I am just going to add 2 cups of water. Now I'm just going to bring this up to a boil, and then I will let it simmer for about 40 to 45 minutes on low heat. You don't really want this to evaporate too much. What you want to do is infuse the water with as much ginger flavor as possible. So I'm going to cover this, and I'm going to let it come to a boil, and then I'll turn the temperature right down and simmer that for about 40 to 45 minutes, and then we can make the rest of the syrup. Okay, this has been simmering for 45 minutes on low heat. I don't know if you can see it with the light. Oh yeah, you can if you stir this a little bit. It has gone from just, clear water to a nice amber color. That's what we're looking for. We definitely want this to get that nice gingery ginger ale color. Now, it's not going to be as dark when you mix it with your carbonated water, your seltzer water, as a regular ginger ale, but I can guarantee you that this is going to be a lot more gingery than your normal ginger ale. Even at just a few minutes of simmering, this really does infuse this water with a lot of ginger flavor. So now I'm going to cover this back up and turn off the heat, and that's just going to sit for 20 minutes and steep, and then we'll add the sugar and we'll continue making the syrup. Okay, after about 20 minutes of steeping, you're going to, it held on to a lot of the heat. You're going to have this nice amber colored liquid. We're going to pour it through a sieve into another container, just for a moment. Get out all the pieces. And then I'm just going to press down on the ginger to try to get as much of that ginger juice as you will out of the ginger itself and into the liquid. Now you can either discard this ginger or you can use it for other things. You can throw it into a recipe. It loses a little bit of its potency, but it's still just as good. You can only keep it for a little while though. And now I'm going to pour the ginger infused water back into its original container. I'm going to turn my heat on to medium-high. And I'm going to add in my 3/4 of a cup of white sugar. And I'm just going to stir this and cook it until the sugar is dissolved completely in the liquid. So basically what we're making is a ginger-infused simple syrup. Once this is all melted in together, once this is all infused with the ginger and with the sugar, then we are going to cool this syrup down completely, and then we can add it to our seltzer water and make ginger ale. Okay, to get our seltzer water, we're going to use our carbonating machine. If you don't have one of these, you can just use canned seltzer, bottled seltzer. It does add an ingredient, but they're both water, so that's basically one's carbonated, one's not. So we're still keeping to 3 ingredients. I have my ginger syrup in my little moo cow here, and I'm just going to pour a couple of tablespoons right into the bottom of a glass with some ice. And I'm going to cover that with my seltzer. Now this is all very much to taste, so if you want it a little bit more gingery, you can add a little bit more syrup. If you want it a little bit lighter, you can add a little bit less syrup. That looks like a really good ginger ale. Let's see how Dog likes it, and let's see if it actually helps with his upset tummy. Wow, how's your tummy feeling? Apparently his tummy's doing much better. Now, ginger ale is one of those things, a lot of people think that making your own soda, like making your own berry flavored soda or something, is really easy, but ginger ale is one of those things that people don't think they can make themselves. But it's just 3 ingredients, it's as simple as can be. It's much tastier than you can get store-bought. Yeah, you can adjust the amount of ginger that you have in your drink, and it's really, really simple to make, and especially if you have a sore tummy like I do or like Dog does. Yeah, I know. So we're going to just sit back, relax, maybe watch some Netflix, and we're going to have the rest of our ginger ale. Oh, here, have some more. Well, I feel much better. How about you, Dog? Yeah, definitely. What can people do if they like this video? You can subscribe, that's right. You click the little red button down below. It will notify you when we have a new video. We make 3 ingredient recipes every Thursday. What else can people do? Oh, yep. You can watch other shows on this channel. We've got George, you and George. We also, yep, you guys are funny. And we also have Sullivan, he's another dog. Yep. And I also talk about long hair on Tuesdays. Yeah. Also, if you'd like to see us make any sort of recipe that you've had in mind, just leave us a comment down below and let us know. Yep, especially if it's yummy. Well, we're going to go and hang out and make sure our stomachs feel a little bit better. Thank you for joining us this time. We'll see you again next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye. And our final over here. Let's all leave. Let's leave to the side.